Hey everyone, welcome back once again to my channel DIY Savvy Mommy, and welcome if you're new here. I'm Kshitij and I make DIYs, art and home decor videos on this channel. And in today's video, I'm making Halloween inspired jewelry, that is Halloween inspired earrings. All three of them are going to be very cute. So stay tuned. I'm sure you're gonna love all of them. For DIY number one, I have taken air dry clay and I have molded it into a triangular skull like structure, and with the help of these tools I'm making two circles to make the eyes of the skull, and I'm going to shape the clay into the shape of a skull, similar to a skull. I'm not sure whether it is going to exactly look like a skull, but yes, I'm trying hard to make it look like. And I've made a little jawline, and I've made two of these little skulls, and I'm going to let them dry. I have used these push pins. These are called the eye pins, and I'm going to push them from the top and the bottom, and these are going to hold the earrings in place. And now with the help of white acrylic paint, I'm going to paint the skull in and 2 to 3 coats, and I'm going to let the coats dry in between as well. While the skulls are drying, I'm going to take some embroidery thread and I'm going to make a tassel out of it. For that, I have taken this wooden plank and I'm going to wrap it around 30 times. You can take whatever length you want according to your preference. This is around 5.5 inches, and I'm going to wrap it around and then take off the wrapped thread, and I'm going to secure it with another piece of thread like so. Once I secure the one end of the tassel, I'm going to take scissors and cut the other end and fringe out everything very nicely. I'm going to trim off the extra thread from the bottom, and this is going to make the tassel neat and evenly shaped. And then I'm going to brush it off nicely so that it is a little bit fluffy as well. Next, I've taken a jump ring and I've put it across the loop that I had created on the top head of the tassel, and then I've taken two chains, and after opening the jump ring, I'm going to put it on either sides of the jump ring, and these are going to be the two hands of the body that I'm making. And then I have taken another jump ring and I'm going to put it at the ends of the two chains that I have put on the previous jump ring, and this is going to look like the both the hands are clamped together. Next, I have to attach the skull to the tassel, and I have opened the jump ring, and the eye pin, I'm going to push it inside the jump ring and close the jump ring. These steps can be a little difficult if you're using pliers for the first time, but I'm sure it gets easier with use. And finally, after I've attached the skull to the tassel, I took the small little rose that I had in purple color and I have glued it on top of the head of the skull. The head of the little ghost that I'm trying to make over here. And then I have used brown acrylic paint and I'm going to color the eyes, the insides of the eyes and the jawline, so that it gives a little bit of definition to the skull. And then the top part, I have attached the earring clamps, and my earring is almost coming together. You can see how it looks. Friends, today I'm participating in the Halloween Palooza Open Playlist Halloween Challenge, and it is hosted by none other than Annie from Indie Annie Jones. She is amazing. You have to check out her channel for all the fun DIYs that she makes, and I'm sure you're going to love her DIYs. And there are also a bunch of amazing creators that are making Halloween inspired DIYs, so do check out the playlist as well. I'm sure you're going to love all of them. Moving on to DIY number 2, I'm going to use air dry clay as well for this one, and I've rolled it into a thin circle and I've let this dry. And then I did 2 to 3 coats of white acrylic paint and let it dry. Then I have drawn the spooky face on this circle thing, and this is going to be the base of my next Halloween inspired earring. And I have glued this button sort of thing on a white felt. And now with the help of my favorite beads, I'm going to do a lot of beading here. I have taken seed beads over here, and I'm going to circle it across the entire circumference of the Halloween face, the ghost face over here. So this beading word is not very difficult. I have just covered the entire circumference, and then at an interval of 4 beads, I'm taking out needle from the bottom and putting it across the bead, and then tagging four beads each, so that the beads are secure in place and they don't keep on moving. Similarly, I'm counting and tagging the seed beads. That means I'm taking out the needle from one end and putting it across the bead, and then pulling the thread inside. And after the first round, I'm going to do it the same thing with black and white seed beads, alternating them. And again, I'm just covering the circumference, and then with the help of thread, I'm going to tag two beads each, so that it gives a tight coverage across the face that I have over here. And then next, once the entire beads are tagged properly, that means all the two beads are tagged from one side to the other, this makes the beading work more intact. That means it doesn't come off easily, and the beads don't move or they change their place. Next, I'm going to do round 3, and for that I have taken again black seed beads. I'm going to repeat the same process, cover the entire circumference, and then tag the beads with the help of thread. And for round 4, I've done another round of black and white seed beads, alternating them. And this is the final layer of the beads, and I think this size is good enough. And then once all the beads are tagged, you can see how I'm tagging the fourth line as well. Same, taking it out from one end and running the stitch over the bead, and then just pulling the thread from the inside so that the bead is secured. So this way I'll cover the entire circumference, and my beads are tagged properly. Now that the beading work is done, I'm going to cut the excess of fabric over here, and then I have taken a silver color jump ring, and I have taken another piece of felt, and I have placed it at the back of the top beaded layer, and I've placed the jump ring in between, and with the help of thread and needle I'm going to stitch this jump ring onto in between the two layers of felt fabric. Next, because the bottom layer had a lot of stitches, so we need to hide them, and for that I've put an extra layer of backing, and now I need to stitch this extra layer of backing to the top beaded layer, and for that I'm going to make a border sort of thing. And for that I have taken beads. I'm going to take one bead each in the needle, then I'm going to take it across from the bottom to the top, and then I'm going to run the needle from inside the bead from right to the left, and then just pull the thread. Similarly, I'm just going to repeat it. I'm going to take one bead, run the needle from back to the front, and then pull the thread, and again run the needle from right hand to the left hand side, like so. If you pause and see, or if you see it closely, you will be able to follow how I'm doing it. It's very easy. Just take one bead each, and just run it through from the back to the front, like so, how I'm showing it over here, and then from inside the bead from right to left, and this way a border sort of thing is going to get created, and this is going to secure both the sides of the felt fabric, and everything looks really neat, tidied up, and the earring becomes really secure. So my earring is almost done. You can see how pretty it is looking. Finally, I'm going to attach the earring metal clamps to the jump ring, and it is almost done. I'm just going to secure it with the help of the needle nose pliers, and this is almost done. You can see how neat, how pretty it is looking. So Halloween inspired and spooky as well, and cute as well. I'm really loving these two beautiful earrings. Moving on to DIY number 3. This is again a ghost inspired earring. I have again taken felt fabric, and I'm going to make it into a ghost. I have taken white beads, and I'm going to make a semicircle kind of thing. So I'm going to first make the border and tag the beads from one side to the other, how I did in the previous DIY, and then one by one I'm going to make layers, and then I'm going to also make fringes out of the same beads. To make the fringes, I have taken the same white beads on a thread, and I'm going to uh, take a silver bead at the bottom, and then run the needle again from the silver bead up back. That means again the needle runs back on the same thread, and it reaches the top, and then I secure the top onto the felt, like so. Similarly, after making each fringe, I'm going to cover the top portion that is on the felt fabric to make the body of the ghost. And one by one, I'm just going to make these semicircles, and I'm going to tag these beads at similar intervals, and then at the bottom part I'm going to make the fringes. So this is going to be a repetitive process, and it is going to take a while to do this, but then it turns out really cute. To make the eyes and mouth of the ghost, I have taken black beads and I have placed them at regular intervals, like so. And you can see that these two are going to be the black eyes of the ghost. And then similarly, I'm going to make the mouth of the ghost as well. And my ghost is almost complete. I'm going to trim off the excess felt fabric, and similarly how I made the previous one, I'm going to take some extra felt fabric and I'm going to glue it at the back to cover these stitches, and that is going to be the backing of the earring. Next, I have taken this earring post and I'm going to glue it at the back of the earring. So after I've glued the felt fabric for the backing, I'm going to glue this earring post at the back, and my earring is almost done. How do you like it? Does it look like a ghost or not? I think it looks really cute and it should look really pretty when I make the second part as well. Hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this video, and please do subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video of mine today, and let me know which out of the three earring was your favorite. Which one are you going to try for Halloween? And thanks a lot for watching, and I shall see you all very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.